Okay, hi, I'm Brandon Smith. I'm the programmer on Ensign-1, and I've been getting some emails asking if our level editor was friendly, and since it's something that you can, it's one of the perks in our funding campaign. I thought that I'd kind of give a little overview or tutorial on how our level editor worked. And this is my second or third take doing this. Cam Studio crashed on me the last time, so I guess I'll try breaking this tutorial up into pieces. So if there are breaks in the video, that's why. I apologize. Also a little frustrated having to do this again. Anyway, okay. So the first thing is press F1 to get to the editor, and you can press the jump button to jump to where your player was. You won't see him in the editor. I'm gonna move. I was testing power-ups or pickups, and I'm gonna move that down so that's out of the way. Okay, so the first thing about this editor is that it is a what you see is what you get editor. Any change you make here, it'll look exactly the same in the actual game. So if I take this panel out, I go back to the game, there it is, like that. To select an item in the scene, just click on it. Okay, and one thing I want to say real quick is I know in our funding campaign we kind of made it sound like this editor would be exclusive to people who purchase the $25 option or such. We were actually originally planning on giving it to everyone, and just, if you purchase that $25 perk, we would put your level in the game, or not your level, but your quarters in the game. Since I realized I kind of made it sound like it'd be exclusive to those people, we might actually make it exclusive to them, at least initially. Haven't really decided, but I want to respect that if people thought that's what they're getting. So I might try and make that exclusive, at least initially. Anyway, so to jump back in, that I went over selecting objects in the scene. You can box select objects. Now if you box select, it'll select everything that was in the box, even if it was behind other objects. So if what you were hoping for is just to select objects you can immediately see, you hold down Shift when you do your box select. And that will only select the things that are kind of in the room with you. And if you continue to hold down Shift, you can kind of deselect items that you didn't want. So maybe I just wanted these boxes here, so I'll just deselect all that other stuff. Looks like I still have something else selected. I don't know. Oh, that's right, this door. There. Now, that's weird. Anyway, whatever. I've got some objects selected, and I can move them around. Maybe I didn't want this, so I'm actually going to delete that. So yes, these tools here, I kind of made them inspired by what little experience I have in Maya. So you hover over an axis, and you can drag along that axis, and you'll move those objects in that direction. There's also other tools available. So maybe I want the scale tool, and I'll take this box here, and I can, well, I see it's been rotated, but there, I can make a giant box. Move it out here to the side, maybe move it over here. Here we have this giant oversized cargo box, which is almost the size of my spaceship. Maybe even a little bigger. And, alright, well, I'm actually going to get rid of it. Well, we'll move we'll move it out to the side. It'll be our giant floating space box. Because now I wanted to show you the rotate tool, which should be pretty simple. Just rotate an axis. You can make a tilted ramp. Whatever. So here we go. In our scene, if I can jump up there. There we go. We've got like this tilted ramp, and it works. Let's see, what else do I want to go over? Well, I wanted to go over copy and select, I guess. So you can copy and select, duplicate objects. I'm gonna move that. Actually, let's leave that. That'll look pretty cool. Let's go over here. Alright, so I've got these objects. Maybe I want to copy and paste them. So, boom, more boxes, just like that. I probably would like to talk about lights real quick. I'm going to delete a light. Your initial. Alright, actually, this is a good time to stop. So I will come back with lights. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better now. Sorry, my microphone kind of sucks. Okay, so I'm back. I was going to go over lights in a scene. So to add a light, you press the Add Light button, and there you go. You have a light. You can move it around. I was going to say you're limited to 7 lights, just because that's what OpenGL supports right now. But we are planning on adding support for a lot more than that. So there's the light. I can kind of make it darker if I want, or brighter. Whoops. And I was going to show light blooms. Light blooms are like the halo effect you see in some games. Usually you put them around light fixtures, but you can really put them anywhere here. You can set their color. I'll make this one purple, I guess, by taking away the green. You can copy and paste these as well. Now, if I want to just look. Okay, so now if I want to just select a certain item in a scene, I can right-click or control right-click, and I can select from any of these items. So maybe I just want to select blooms. Oh, that's right. Maybe I just want to select the visible blooms, and I can do that. Alright, I don't know, who knows what this is going to look like, but there you go. I should move them around for some weird effect. So there you go, play with that, make a fog machine or something. Okay, so I've gone over so hopefully that shows off most of what this editor can do. Oh yeah, okay, so if you want to add a model to the scene, here's how you do it. You just go to Add Platform, go to your model list, and you just select an OBJ model that you would like to put in the game. So I'll put in a chair. There we go, we've got a chair. Actually, let me, let me make this a bit brighter. There we go. Right. And there we go, we have a chair. If I want to add another model, models, and maybe display one. I'm going to move this to the wall here, and I'll make it a little bit bigger. And there you go. You got a floating chair and a display. Okay, now the last big thing I kind of wanted to go over is when you're making a level, if this probably won't come into play if you're just making like a room in a space station like that we put in the game from our 8-bit funding or Kickstarter, but let's say later down the line you're making a mod or something, then you'll want to consider that your level is actually part of a spaceship. And if you want your windows to match up when you look outside, if you want to match up where you'd be in the actual spaceship, then you have to make sure that the level matches up. And to do that, you set your parent level. We're inside the Ensign-1 now, so I'm going to go to Models and select the Ensign-1. And then you press P to see where you match up along with your parent ship. And that way you can kind of build your level around the ship that's in so that it matches up when you look out the window. Okay, I'm going to stop there again, just in case. Okay, alright, I think I'm back. Back for the final bit of information. I was just going to kind of quickly show adding enemies to the editor. And I'm just going to add our single stock enemy that we have, which is like a sentry drone. And I was just kind of going to show off some of these markers here. These red things indicate that these are where the guns are on this boy, and these exhaust, or sorry, these things that look like exhaust signify where the exhaust would be on like a mechanical type enemy. And those can be moved, those can be rotated, can be copied. Anyway. You can also copy and paste enemies, kind of like I showed in my last video. I think you can group copy and paste them. And there we go. Got some enemies. But they will kill me, so I'm going to go back to the editor. Okay, so that hopefully shows off what you might be interested in. Oh, let's turn off the parent model, that's getting distracting. And hopefully that kind of shows you what our level editor is like. I hope it's user-friendly. I tried to go to links to make it so. I'm going to quickly show off the like space editor, if I can reach it before dying.
Down, sir.
Never mind. Okay. Let me restart this. Sorry about that. My last video I got killed by my enemies, but we're back. Had to restart the game, but here we are. Probably shouldn't have left. Last thing I was going to do was show off kind of the editor for space. So, yes, there are two different editors. You've got your interior editor, which you use for your ship and stuff, which I was kind of going over, and then when you're piloting a ship, you're in your space editor. And here you can select and move around ships. This is where you'll set up like the turrets on the ship. So here's, and there I was just moving the turret on the ensign. You can add ships to the scene, so maybe I want to add these ships. Let's just select ships and oops. There. I now have a bunch of ships in the scene. I suppose might as well give one of them some AI. They'll kill me quick, so. Oh gosh. Oh, I almost got him. There, okay. So yeah, that was fun. Oh yeah, so planets. So you do have a scene here. Select all for that. So I've got a sun. I'm going to put that back to 0, 0, 0. I'm going to move that there, I guess. The sun is right behind me. We can kind of see that. If I want to move the sun a little bit. Yep. You can see that get reflected, and here's the planet in the scene, and there it is projected out into the background. You can also move that. You can go inside a planet if you want. I think maybe later in the game it might be cool to... Okay, well, of course the sun won't light that up. Who knows what that... Yeah, maybe it'd be cool later in the game to have like a level where you're inside something that's stuck in the background. But yep, that's kind of what the space editor looks like. Hopefully, it gives you an idea. There's a lot more to it, of course. I haven't really gone over how you set up turrets and stuff. But if that's something people are interested in, let me know, and I'll make a tutorial on that. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.